Welcome, stars. This is G. You are right where you belong. Walk through the sky, hand in hand, together. Mercury is a friend, a neighbor, a sibling. Mercury is someone that's all about yap. Mercury has information that we find useful. And so we collect it, we gather it, we file it. Mercury is business, trade, the stock market, digital neighbors. Mercury's going to do a retrograde. Who does Mercury meet up with? Who does Mercury go back to talk to? And after Mercury has that conversation, what is it the information Mercury brings back? This is the Mercury Retrograde for May of 2022. Just see this cursor? Follow my cursor, okay? Up in the right-hand corner, that's the cursor. There's Mercury, right there. So there's Mercury at 4 degrees and 46 minutes. It isn't turned red yet because this is May 8th. But she's going real slow. So when Mercury goes really slow, anytime any planet goes really slow, there's an increase. We feel its power really strongly, and it's about thinking and thoughts and communication. So there are some of you out there who are very Mercury sensitive, okay? So you may find harder, more difficult to sleep. You know, waking up, or when you go to trying to go to sleep, the mind doesn't stop. That's Mercury. So it's in Gemini, and so this is talking and communication. Mercury rules this sign, so it actually does really well here. So it's like at home. It's quite powerful. It's really comfortable. So we know what Mercury's going to be talking about. This is all about business and trade, right? This is like the stock market. This is the digital world. Digital media, social media, digital news. Anybody with a phone can become as a reporter now, right? So it's collecting the data and the information and then talking about it. It's sharing information, right? Sharing information, receiving the information digitally, because that's what Mercury does. It gives it out, and then Venus receives it. That's Mercury's sister, Venus. And you see they're almost at the same degrees. Venus is at 7 degrees here in Aries, and Mercury is in is in Gemini. Gemini, I started mentioning some of the things in the beginning. It's your neighbor, right? It can be your physical next door neighbor or your sibling, but it can also be like your school partner or your worker, your coworker. It's somebody that you're around on a regular basis, okay? Like it's part of your daily routines. That's that Gemini energy. So for your kids, it's their classmates. You know, if you're in college, that's your classmate. If you're at the job, if you're not if you don't go to school, that's your coworker energy. Likes to focus on numbers and data, trade and money and information. I think of back, right, when we had like all the merchants over there on the East Coast setting up shop, and like Mercury was, we don't need the goods and services from overseas, or we do need them, or, the taxes. And that's Mercury. It keeps track of all that crap. It's the ledger, right? Or if you're not into numbers, your Mercury is just your thoughts and your communication, the things that you think about. It's how you think, like the kind of filter that's already on the information that you have in your mind and the information that you share, because that's Mercury. It shares the information that it has. Okay. Now, when Mercury is talking to Venus, because we always have to pay attention to the sisters. And so Venus is in Aries, which we know is, especially right now, it's war. And that's the money in the army. And I think I mentioned that in a video already. But you can be rest assured this is a big conversation. Not that it already isn't, but it is even more so because we have Jupiter at 29 degrees. And so this is also politics and politicians and some of that insanity, right? Some of that insanity that we're just in the US alone have been watching. So this is May 8th. All right. So Mercury's going really slow. She's going to stand still. And so we have a little bit of the backstory by just seeing where some of the other private planets are at. Mars is physical action, but it's in Pisces. So we got lots of people we know who are in the hospital, soldiers that are injured, right? You have fatalities, because that's hospital energy. It's also prison energy. That's that Pisces. But let's not forget, it's also, Hollywood and politicians and movie stars and whatnot. And sometimes those lines overlap. Uranus, the sun was just on Uranus a few days before. This is going to be shocks and surprises from somebody. This could be in banking because it's, in money. It's in Taurus. It could be with the earth folks. All right. There could be some shocks and surprises because Uranus shakes up the things with the earth unsettling. We need to wake up And if we don't wake up, then Uranus will shake us up.